A tree tracking map.
It's got a tree ID number.
Yes, all of the dots that you see is a tree.
There's no way this was done in an overnight project.
Garden goals, honestly.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if you can grow that here.
About Twila Sift.
We're off to a great start.
So clearly I'm not a Swiftie.
The Helpful Gardeners, the podcast that digs into the buzziest plant trends and news you need to know, regardless of your growing zone. Colin is a skilled horticulturist with decades of growing experience across Canada. Brandi is the greenest of green thumbs with a love of asking questions. Welcome to our garden nook.
On my way here, all I was doing was listening to Taylor Swift because like her new album came out. And normally I'm not like the level of Swiftie where I'm going to, spend the $1,500 for the ticket. Like I'm not up there yet.
Yeah, yet.
But like, it came out and I'm like, it's kind of buzzy and I want to know, like she usually puts out some pretty great stuff, right? Like my equivalent, I know some people's equivalent of their Swiftie level is kind of similar to like our May long weekend. Like it's just like the height of excitement, right? Like there's people that have been waiting for this for a long time, ever since it was announced.
How long was it since her last album?
Well, she did it before the Eras tour, so like
that was her, yeah. Maybe
like a year and a half. If I was a true Swiftie, I would know the answer to that question. But
so I know our listeners, some of them will probably know.
Exactly.
I am 100% not Swiftie. I've got no problem with Taylor Swift, I should say, but it's not my jam. You could just, if I ask you a question like that about Taylor Swift, about Twila Sift.
We're off to a great start.
So clearly I'm not a Swiftie. I'm not a Siftie either, but just throw out any date. I'll believe you.
Yeah. You'll believe me, but our listeners won't believe me.
So then you put up a little disclaimer. Brandi is not saying the correct.
I'm one of those bandwagon Swifties.
Do you have any songs on gardening?
No. Sorry.
Whatevs.
Hey, this is an open letter to Taylor Swift. She did get engaged in a garden, though.
Okay. Travis Kelsey.
Yes. High five. Good job, dude.
There we go.
But the pictures, I don't know if you saw the pictures.
I saw the famous one that everybody was doing memes on.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Oh my gosh. That garden. Oh, garden goals. Honestly. Yeah. Hey, I don't know if you can grow that here.
Probably not.
No, it was so lush. Like that's something you'd probably see in England or something like that.
And I'm sure they're in California.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know where he plays football. Somewhere down there, but I
love your effort though. But this is what I love about music is that it can be so diverse, right? Yep. But then, like you could be a Swiftie. You could be into the Rolling Stones. You could be into, I've been listening to a lot of William Prince lately. Are you familiar with him?
Never heard.
Canadian folk singer.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. We just had Truth and Reconciliation Day. And if you were listening to radio that day in Calgary.
Is he current or old?
Current.
Folks? Okay.
Like meaning like he puts out stuff now.
When I was thinking of Canadian folk singers, I think of like Joni Mitchell, Gordon Lightfoot.
Oh, yeah. No. This is like modern day.
Okay.
But he was actually on the nationwide Canada radio network, like the Truth and Reconciliation Day program.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So you could listen to it all across Canada. It was absolutely great. But I've been really digging William Prince music lately.
I like folk, bluegrass, blues. I would check that out.
Yeah. And his voice is kind of like Sam Elliott. It's very like deep.
Very deep.
Oh, it's lovely.
Hello, I'm a singer.
Just like that. Okay. But this is what kind of brings me into what I want to talk about today and just the diversity of, gardens in general, right? And I found this really cool resource that I wanted to talk about because, hey, maybe this exists in wherever you're listening from. A tree tracking map. It shows you all the communities in Calgary and every one of these communities has a different shade of blue and gray. And that essentially shows you the density of trees that is in that community. So I live... Well, I don't want to say where I live.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't dox yourself.
Okay, let's go into one of these more heavily populated areas. So
Elbow Park is a great example. Garrison Green. Okay.
Garrison Green is probably the darkest one. Yeah. So if we go into Elbow Park, it says there are approximately 21 City of Calgary parks maintained trees per hectare.
Interesting.
Right. And then we're going to zoom in more. All of the dots, when you zoom in right into a community, all of the dots that you see is a tree. Let's go into, what's this one? Beltline. Okay, that sounds good. That's kind of nice and central. Everyone knows the Beltline.
Yeah. I didn't for the longest time. I heard it and I name dropped it like I was cool, but I didn't know where it was.
You know what though? Like it's kind of, oh, holy shit.
Whoa.
Okay. So.
Okay. So you know what's amazing about that though? I'm really glad you did that exercise. So I just want to show when you look at the map from back and you see how deep blue Elbow was.
Yeah.
And you go, oh my God, well, I've been there. They have a ton of trees.
Yeah.
And then you see how great Beltline was and you go, oh my God, they must have no trees.
True.
And look how many trees they have.
And you assume that it's downtown, so therefore there's no trees.
Exactly where my brain went.
Yeah, but the city of Calgary's done a really good job. And what you can do is, so for example, let's do this one.
All by itself. Oh.
Is a Swedish columnar aspen.
It's got a tree ID number.
Yes, it does.
Oh my God.
It shows you the trunk diameter in centimeters.
Does it have a bio?
No, sorry.
Likes no walks in the park. It's a big fan of sun.
Yeah, exactly. No, it doesn't give you any like planting tips or anything like that. But say you were in this area and then you wanted to like see all of the certain trees in that area. So then you would go down to the filter and then you would click. So let's go apple trees. Are there any apple trees in this area that are city maintained?
Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
So we're just going to do this and wait for 20 minutes.
I'm going to say that absolutely there's apple trees in this area.
Yes.
Whoa.
Cliff Bungalow, which is, I think that's the Mission area.
Okay, Cliff Bungalow. Why aren't you bringing me more apple crisp?
Yeah,
that's my takeaway from this.
But you can see they've got ash, apple, birch, cherry, elm, hawthorn, larch.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, maple, oak, pine, spruce, poplar.
How long has the city been working on this?
That's what I want to know. I actually don't know how long this has been going on for.
There's no way, very clearly, but there's no way this was done in an overnight project. This has been built up.
And I think it's kind of in partnership with that tree program, because then they can just add, right? So then, for example,
so if you have an existing, because it has to be a city maintained tree.
It is, yes.
So they don't care about. So you look at all those trees. That was just the city tree. Mm-hmm. Then you look at places like Elbow or Mount Royal or Inglewood, where people have those huge trees in their backyard. They don't even count on this map.
I don't think so. However, what I did notice is that they're really up to date with the city boundaries. So all of the new communities, say, for example, in the south end of the city, past 22X, or I guess it's Stony Trail now. So past Stony Trail and you go all the way down to DeWinton, they actually show all of the new developments. And we could go down into...
oh, wow. Yeah, you can see that every single tree is like boulevard planted.
It is, except watch these ones. So these ones are kind of like...
Hey, guys.
Near houses. So I don't know, like some of the, so I went into my community, for example, and I could actually see the ash tree that is on my neighbor's property, but I don't think it's been city maintained because they maintain that. So I don't really know, like,
interesting.
I feel like the boundaries are a little bit skewed.
Yeah. And have you ever seen this where they're building a new house in Calgary? There's a big tree on the property and they have to fence around that tree.
Yes.
Around the root zone.
Yeah.
And anything happens to that tree, the construction company are in trouble.
Yeah.
They're in big trouble. There's no excuses made for it.
Mm-hmm.
So that tree technically is on your property. Montreal have a law like that. They don't care if the tree's in your backyard.
Yeah.
Okay. If it's over a certain diameter, you're not cutting it down.
Yeah.
And that's how they maintain the trees.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something like that. Once it gets to X caliper, it then becomes a city tree, even though it's on your property. Maybe?
Totally. I could see that. Yeah. It's very popular down in Richmond as well, where Brad's from. And we actually saw in kind of close to the west side of Richmond, there's this one house and they have something similar and it's a huge tree. And what's really sad is that there's a problem in Richmond of a lot of the older houses getting torn down and they make houses that sort of almost like flood the entire property line just to make it like the biggest square footage possible. So then they take out all the trees. So they have to find ways of.
And I think a lot of communities, new communities, they kind of do that at first because it's like, oh, well, why wouldn't we do it?
Yes.
Then suddenly they go, oh, we have a problem.
Yeah, totally.
And they have to stop it. That's why I really appreciate older, and don't get me wrong, there's something to be said for newer places and new development and whatnot. I'm not knocking that at all. But I wish new places that were developing would look at the right things that the old places did.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to look and be like, oh God, we have to do everything that, London did. No, you don't. But you go, well, you know what? They were very strict about putting in parks, and
Totally.
they realized they made a mistake on trees.
Mm-hmm.
Learn from that, because one thing, mad props to Calgary. This is phenomenal. I'm going to play around with this, definitely. Can you get it on your phone too?
Yes, you can.
Oh, wicked.
It's a little bit easier to do on desktop than phone,
Yep.
just because the zooming. I mean, how much data is on this, right? So it could be a little glitchy.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite uses for this is learning about trees, right? So say it's almost like geocaching. So say you're in your community and you're like, oh, I wonder what this tree is. Or in the springtime, those flowering plum trees, they're just so popular in Calgary. Whenever people see them, they rush to their garden center and they're like, do you have these? You could do the same thing. You're like, what's that pink tree?
Can you scroll down the tree list a little bit more?
Yeah. That's about it though. It goes down to mountain ash, lilac, cotoneaster.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's it.
And is it the same list in every community?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was just wondering, maybe you move into a community and you want to put in a tree or something, and you need a separate tree for pollination.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can look at the map and be like, oh, wicked. 4 neighbors on this street have a plum tree.
Oh, great point.
Like, I'm good. I only need 1 plum tree.
Yeah, that's a great point.
You could play around, but
I didn't know you needed genders for that.
certain ones you do, certain ones you don't.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it depends on the tree or the plant you're doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like this is a phenomenal framework for a beginning.
Yes.
And incredible. Kudos to that.
Yeah.
You know what? I hope whoever designed this gets to take the weekend off and listen to Taylor Swift's new album.
This podcast is brought to you by Golden Acre Home and Garden. Find seasonal inspiration for your home and garden in Calgary, Alberta year-round. Visit goldenacre.ca. The comments and opinions expressed by the Helpful Gardeners on this show are our own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Golden Acre Home and Garden. For more information on everything we covered today and to leave us a voice note, visit goldenacre.ca/podcast. The Helpful Gardeners are on Instagram at The Helpful Gardeners Pod. Keep on growing, gardeners!